So whenever I call him, he says, okay, come, let us sit together and discuss. So I'm in the habit of sitting together and discuss, so I'm not standing over there. So sir, I'm Rajesh Gogna, I'm Secretary General of Human Rights Defense International, and Mr. Venkat is the President of our organization. And being a human rights activist, when we come across in various sections of society, the first question they ask us, देखो जी टेररिस्ट के ह्यूमन राइट्स के बारे में तो सब लोग बात करते रहते हैं, कोर्ट भी बोलते हैं, ह्यूमन राइट्स वाले भी बोलते हैं, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के ह्यूमन राइट्स के बारे में कौन बात करेगा? सो दिस इज द ओनली क्वेश्चन जो हम सब लोगों को हर जगह जानने को मिलता है। तो मुझे कई बार लगता है कि ये सारे ह्यूमन राइट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो हिंदुस्तान में काम करते हैं वो सारे के सारे जो है वो आउटलॉज, टेररिस्ट और इनके लिए ही काम करते हैं और कुछ काम करते नहीं हैं। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि मिस्टर वेंकट जो हमारे साथ बैठे हुए हैं, अगर किसी आदमी ने कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर्स के बारे में या बाकी वर्कर्स के बारे में सबसे ज़्यादा काम किया है तो मिस्टर वेंकट और उनके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने किया है। और जब से ह्यूमन राइट डिफेंस इंटरनेशनल काम कर रही है तो हम डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स के बारे में, अनऑर्गेनाइज वर्कर्स के बारे में, माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स के बारे में लगातार काम करते आ रहे हैं। तो मैं this impression which has been created that all human rights organizations are only for the support of the anti-national and terrorists, I just wanted to say that it is not like that, because as far as human rights movement of India is concerned, there are human rights organizations who are concerned about the poverty, about the health, about the inequality of the citizens of this country. How can we forget that in the Garib Kalyan Yojana of the Honorable Prime Minister, there are 80 crore Indian citizens who are being provided food. After 70 years of independence, if the food is being provided to the 80 crore citizens, and if this food is not provided, they are going to starve to death. So if this is the situation, and some organizations are saying, it is not fair, it is not equality, it is not equal distribution of wealth. Because how can there be 80 crores poor in this country after 70 years of independence? And when we say in the human rights that there are about 60% of the workers who are in the unorganized sector, where they have absolutely no protection of the minimum wages, they don't have protection of the ESI, Provident Fund, and the social security services. So those organizations which are working, and there are numerous of them, you cannot say it is only one or two organizations. There are so many organizations who are working in the field of workers, in the field of domestic workers. You see, we have all domestic workers around us. Their number can be in millions. Those domestic workers have absolutely no protection of employment. If a domestic worker is there, something wrong is there, she can be kicked out. She has absolutely no protection of the Provident Fund, ESI, no social security. India is a signatory of the Convention of the International Labour Organization, which says that domestic workers should be given equal protection. And being a signatory, we also have a law, but that law is not implemented in any of the state of the country. So because of the non-implementation of the Domestic Workers Act, not even a single domestic workers is getting the protection of minimum wages, ESI and PF. So they are at the mercy of their touts or their agents, so they are being exploited everywhere. So if someone says, okay, domestic workers are being exploited and they should be given due protection, so that organization is also working over there. And as far as the HRDI is concerned, we were concerned about the refugees and stateless people. And just 4 years ago, we could see that in the coming days there can be serious problem about the refugees and stateless people. And if the things go ahead, there can be more than 1 crore stateless people in India. And then we had the conference and said, we should have a refugee law because we are active in Pakistan, Bangladesh for the minorities. So when our brothers and sisters of Sri Lanka, of Bangladesh and Pakistan are coming to India, they are given long-term visa, no doubt about it. They are also giving now the below poverty line facilities. But as far as in absence of a refugee law, they don't get that kind of protection which is being given to all European countries, to the refugees or the stateless people. So all those organizations who are raising up these issues about the refugees, stateless people, they are also contributing to the welfare of this country, of the upliftment of this country. And as far as our organization is concerned, we are also working for minorities, as I told you, in Pakistan and Bangladesh. So all those refugees who are, all those Hindus who are there in Pakistan, so its support mechanisms were created by our organization, and we are going there, and whenever some kidnappings are taking place, or deaths are taking place, or killings are taking place, so we have our volunteers who go to the civil authorities. We in India also go to the civil authorities and put our protest petitions. And similarly, in Malaysia, we are working for the minorities, and with the association with the Hindu Rights Action Force, we are continuously supporting the cause of Hindus, and the temples demolitions were going on. We are also working for the support of the Sri Lankan refugees in India, and with the Sri Lankans, with Tamils in Sri Lanka. So we have organized many programs for the war widows of Sri Lanka, for Sri Lanka refugees. So just want to dispel that impression about a human rights organization that they are only concerned and involved in the international, anti-national activities. So human rights organizations, most of them, rather 95% of them, are concerned about the poor of this country. They are concerned that there should not be unequal distribution of wealth. They are concerned that it should not be there that some people, some strata of society are having all the control over the wealth, and rest of them are suffering, hungry. And how can, if someone is saying, human rights organization, that we have the largest number of the stunted and wasted children in the world, and weak mothers. So if some organization is taking up these issues, so we are also serving the interest of the nation. So in HRDI, under the able leadership of our Honorable President, we are always committed and concerned about the poor and marginalized section of the society. And we have created an impression that we are also maintaining our Indian ethos, Bharatiya ethos, and always there to support the marginalized section of society whenever the violation of the human rights is taking place. So that way we are contributing to the human rights movement of this country, and we hope that in the coming days we will have access to the more sections of society who deserve help of human rights organizations. And we are also interacting with the government agencies and providing sufficient support system to them. So that is our organization. That is our organization under the able presidentship of Mr. Venkat Ramani. So whenever you meet an human rights organization or human rights activist in the coming days, don't ask him, what about the human rights of the security personnel? Because human rights of security personnel are well protected. Human rights of the poor workers, migrant workers, stateless people are yet to be protected, and we are committed to this. Thank you very much.